All right, guys. So since I'm not able to be there today, I just wanted to share my takeaways that I had that I put on the slideshow, as well as share kind of what I'm coming up with planning for my final project. So to start, my takeaways, kind of my big three. Number one, quizzes. I've been using Kahoot for a long time, but I really enjoy that it's something a little different. Also like that kind of lets the kids go at their own pace a little bit. So plan on using this for tickets in and or out of the door to assess understanding. Also plan on using it for some chapter reviews, which is kind of how we've used Kahoot in the past as well. Another big thing, screencast. I'd done a few of these in the past, but since we had this class, I've done a few more as well. And I like the idea of flipped classroom where they're doing it with me watching and checking in. So I've been splitting the class a little bit, where half the class is doing the screencast, or they're doing that first and then going into some practice problems. Definitely have liked how that's working. So plan on using more of these in the future, specifically with Ed Puzzles. I've used that once or twice now with screencasts that I've made too to create stations. So plan on doing that some more. And then finally, the Google Tour Builder was something that really got my attention because a couple of the books that we read as class novels, the main character goes on trips. So my one final project, which I'll tell you a little bit about here shortly, goes with the book Walk Two Moons. But a couple of the other books we read, A Long Walk to Water, Warhorse and the K, could also see possibly using that for as well. Let me get out of here. And as far as my project, I was going to do the 2 lessons. So one of them is going to involve quizzes, which I've already created an Ed puzzle with the box and whisker lesson. So kind of piggybacking on that, I was going to start with the quizzes. I created one. It's like 15 questions where I just grabbed different questions from ones that were already made, which I love that feature of this, that you can put those into your own creation rather than just having to duplicate the whole thing like you do in Kahoot. So that's going to start it. And then there are a couple other things too. This thatquiz.org website where the kids can analyze some of the box and whisker plot questions some more, and then incorporating Study Island too, as well as having some actual practice chapter test questions to do to review the whole chapter as well. The other main lesson I would do would be that tour builder. This one's still a work in progress. The quiz is pretty much done with that one, but the tour builder, I still got a little bit of work to do on that. But basically would introduce the project by previewing and discussing both a guideline sheet and a rubric, then give the kids partners. However, one thing we discovered as I was looking through it was that if you have partners, they still would need to do it individually, since there's no ability to share, to work collaboratively. You can just share to view each other's tours, but thought that'd be better to have them do their own in case somebody's absent. And then when they're finished, my thought was to have them share their tour, maybe with 2 other kids of their choosing, or I might find a way to do that so that I ensure that each kid has 2 other people take their tour. So we do that so that they're not seeing everybody's. It get very repetitive, but to view 2 others so that they see some other projects that are similar to theirs. So that's my plan as of now. I think that's it. All right. Hope you guys have fun, and I will talk to you in the future. Thanks.